For this particular project, and really as a poet, it sits at the intersection of different facets of my life that are vital to me, personally, professionally, and creatively. And that is poetry, which I've always written. I'm a member of the Cherokee Nation, and I'm also the only person in my family to never be incarcerated. And so that all kind of came to a forefront of this project, working on poetry workshops for incarcerated and previously incarcerated Indigenous women. For the past few years, I've led workshops all around the country, not necessarily in facilities, but for all different kinds of communities. And so I've been looking to put together and curate this anthology for many years, and it just never became feasible until now, and having this kind of support. The overarching struggle is connecting with these women, building trust, getting the workshops going, and then eventually getting it to the people who can really make use of it. When I'm asked who is the target audience for this book, the obvious answer are the women that it impacts, but those are not the people that need to be reading it. They will obviously get contributor copies, and I'm donating books to tribal schools, to Native departments at universities, to various Native nonprofits. Natives already know these statistics. We already know that Native women are incarcerated at 6 times the rate of their white counterparts. We know that like 27% increase of Native Americans incarcerated in the past 5 years is a fact. That isn't shocking to us. It's shocking to the people who can really, in the moment, make a difference. So my hope is that it can be used as a tool for knowledge sharing, for eventually affecting real change. I have undertaken a few different residencies in my career, nowhere near as long as this. I think my longest was 6 weeks. I've done solo fellowships, I've done collaborative. By far, the most inspiring, the most effective are when you are surrounded by fellow creatives and when you have this kind of support. I have never had this level of support before, but being in this environment, and you know, we're living with one another as well. So it provides a space that just allows for constant creative flow, and that's just not something that's possible in real life. Creative to me is an internal space that everyone inhabits, and we showcase in external means in a variety of different ways. I consider myself a writer. I consider myself, I usually say 90% poet. I sample other little aspects. I sample dance, I sample different forms of writing. Creative is a necessity, I believe. It is a survival tool. It's a technique for healing, and art has the capacity to move that into the prefrontal cortex, where our body fully and comprehensively recognizes it's in the past. And that's such a powerful tool of creativity.